Hi, I'm Dave Eicher. Welcome to This Week in Astronomy, brought to you by Celestron, the world's leading manufacturer of telescopes. You know, there are a lot of very famous deep sky objects all over the sky. With amateur equipment, we can really look at least 10,000 deep sky objects scattered over the whole sky. So get out there and become a deep sky observer. I promise it's good for you. One of the most famous, though, among some of the most famous that are really well known, but they're really hard to see, is one of the great dark nebulae in the sky. It's the Horsehead Nebula in Orion, otherwise known as Barnard 33, from our old friend Edward E. Barnard, who cataloged all these objects. These objects are really hard to see because to see a dark nebula, which is made of very tiny, almost smoke-like particles floating around in the galaxy, they need to be lit from behind. And Barnard 33, the Horsehead, is lit by a very thin and very dim strip of emission nebulosity called IC 434, just underneath the, if you will, the left side of the belt of Orion. So it's a really challenging object. It's hard to see visually, but I saw it just last weekend. We had a 30-inch telescope down in New Mexico, and it was really obvious to see the Horsehead and even the shape of the horse's head as we put an image intensifier, of course, on a scope that big. However, it has been observed in dark skies, the Horsehead, with telescopes as small as 5 inches. I know that Scotty Houston, the great dark deep sky observer, observed it with a telescope that small. Our pal Michael Bakich, the Astronomy magazine editor, observed it with a telescope that small. So the key is a really dark sky and a nice high quality optics, and looking, of course, when the moon is not present in the sky, and looking for one of the legendary deep sky objects in the entire universe, the Horsehead Nebula in Orion, which you may see in a moderate to large size Celestron telescope. It's a great observing challenge object. When you see it for the first time, it's a special moment in amateur astronomy. Good luck on the hunt. I'll see you next time.